So this is my second time trying to film this video. The first time my SIM card's SD card got corrupted. It literally was like cannot play back movie. So annoying. We are gonna push through this. So today I wanted to do sort of a little bit of a makeup tutorial, but I don't want to call it a tutorial. I am in no way like a makeup artist or learned makeup. This is just the way that I do things, so I don't want to really call it a tutorial. I want to show you ways on how to enhance your natural beauty. For me, when I got introduced to makeup, I really loved all of the bells and whistles. I was like, give me everything off the rack, I want every single thing. But as I had gotten a little older, I stepped back from kind of like that full glam of makeup. I'm not saying that I won't ever do it again. There are times where I try to do a little bit more, but for an everyday kind of basis, I don't really do kind of like the full glam or eyeshadow or anything like that. I just want to enhance the little bit that I already have. You don't want to look like you just fell out of your bed going to your children's meetings and things like that. This is sort of the makeup that I'm doing for today. So when I think about enhancing like natural features, it just means to examine the face a little bit. You want to start thinking about the things that you want to highlight on the face, things that you want to show off, what kind of skin you want to portray that day. I know makeup is so crazy that you can kind of do those things. Think about the things that you don't want to show, the things that you kind of want to hide. So I'm gonna go through kind of my face, and it's a little scary to do that. So if you wanna see how I enhance my natural features and give you kind of tips and tricks on how you can do yours, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe down below, and we will get on to the video. All right, so I zoomed you guys in. This is a tad bit scary, not going to lie. I wanted it to be up close and personal, and for you to see my face and the ways that I try to do the little bit so that I can look like a lot. Kind of going from a 0 to a 6 here. So the first thing that I want to do is examine my face. And it sounds a little bit weird, but you want to just notice the parts that you do want to keep and those that you want to hide. So I'm going to start off kind of with the forehead here. It seems like I have like a huge lightness right here and a couple pimples, honestly, but a huge lightness right here, and then around my hairline it's kind of darker. So I want to make sure that I copy that exact method. I want to put a little bit of darkness around here where it's going to create a little bit of dimension on my face, and then I also want to put the lightness, whatever kind of makeup that I do, I want to make sure that the light is coming to my forehead. On my cheeks here, this is where I break out the most. Honestly, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I broke out like crazy overnight. I have no idea what happened. I think it was like an allergic reaction or something. So my skin is not looking great. On these kind of days, I want to make sure that I cover that up, that I don't look like I'm walking around with an allergic reaction, you know what I mean? And around here, I want to just make sure that it's my skin tone. I don't want to do anything darker or lighter because then it won't seem so natural, right? So you want to make sure that you do something around your skin tone on the cheek area here. Also have this kind of like natural contour. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like this darker line right at the cheekbone. When you do makeup, you want to kind of mimic your face. That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to put the darker parts in the darker areas. The only darker part that I kind of don't want to show is these dark circles. Honestly, I have 2 kids. I haven't slept in 7 years. It is what it is. Honestly, it's not something that has to do with sleep. It's honestly hereditary and all that jazz. It's not something that I want to keep. It looks like I just rolled out of bed if I keep that. It looks like I haven't been sleeping. It looks like my kids have been stressing me out, which is 100% true, but I don't want anyone to know that. So I'm gonna cover those up. Go ahead and get started. The first thing that I actually do anytime is to do my eyebrows. I just think that doing your eyebrows first frames the face. This look I can pretty much do in like 10 minutes, but my eyebrows try me. They try me all the time. They're not threaded, they're not done right now, so that's the worst time to actually do your eyebrows. You don't have shape, you have to like make shape. It's so horrible. So I'm gonna try to do my eyebrows really quick and I'll be right back. All right, my eyebrows are on. I always use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. The shade Ebony really complements my hair color. So the next thing that I like to do is start on my base. When I first bought it, I was like, this has no real like coverage. It's super light. But that's because it's not a foundation actually. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. It's literally like this liquid that goes over your skin that is a tiny bit similar to your skin tone. So it gives you a little bit of an even base. The best thing about this too is that it has a very nice natural glow. So I kind of put it like everywhere on my face. I don't even use highlighter when I use this because it's so glowy and natural. Kind of gives you that pregnancy glow without being pregnant, thank God. So I love to use that. Remember, we're doing things in the light areas and the places that we actually want to even out the face. What makes this whole look a little easier too is that you'll notice I'm actually gonna use one brush this entire time. And this is the Morphe M536. I use it literally every single day for concealer. But when I'm on the go and just kind of want this very natural kind of look, I don't need a whole lot of products. I don't need a whole lot of brushes. I just use one brush, do everything with it, and then I'm out the door. As you guys can see, there's not too much of a change, honestly. It's just a little bit of a nice glow to the skin, just a little bit more even. Kind of like you're drinking your water, you're working out, you have a healthy relationship. That's the kind of skin that it looks like. And that's the kind of skin I want. The next product is a concealer. Concealer is that product that is going to hide anything that you don't want to show. It can actually brighten up spaces, it can conceal spaces, so cover up. We mentioned that the darker area around my eyes is the place that I actually want to cover up. So I'm gonna make sure that I put a little bit underneath my eyes. By the way, this is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. You only need to do a little bit underneath the eye, and then you're going to drag it and pull it into different places so that it can cover up all of the space. Using a little bit of minimal product will ensure that you don't look kind of cakey underneath the eye. My recommendation, and I know I look crazy right now, but my recommendation is to always use a tad bit of makeup first, because you can always build from there. If you go on with a bunch of makeup, you'll have to try to blend it out. It might get a little bit messy. You might have to start all over. Same brush. Ta-da! That is concealer. We're gonna move on to bronzer. We wanna make sure that we are creating that dimension, keeping that dimension in the face so that it doesn't look just flat face. Because right now, I kinda look flat face. Flat face is pretty much like one color. I wanna make sure that I put the color back into my face. So let's move on to the next one, bronzer. Now, remember I said that I wanted to put the lighter products into the spaces that I want to stand out, or the concealer that I want to cover. Now I'm gonna use a darker product actually to create the dimension in my face. So remember, around kind of my hairline was the darker areas. They had a little bit of a contour here where you can kind of see where my cheekbones cut into. That's where I kind of want to put this bronzer in to make sure that I'm still creating this natural kind of face. On this side, I don't even know if you can see in this lighting. I'm telling you, I feel like this camera, this lighting never picks up what I put down, honey. And I'm trying to put down something, but it ain't picking it up. You can see it's not too much of a difference from when I first started. When I first started, I just looked tired, and now I still look like myself, just a little bit more. The last two things are eyes and lips. One of the mascaras that I love to wear for an everyday use, this is the Buxom Waterproof Lash Mascara. Just using the lashes that I have, I'm using whatever I got, and I'm just working with it. The last thing to do is the lip. Honestly, I do not put on any lip gloss, lipstick, liquid lip, whatever. I don't put on anything but chapstick. But for the sake of the video, I am going to use something that I feel looks super natural. You'll see that this actually doesn't make too much of a difference. It's just that little, like the little bit of that we need, you know. This is MAC's Huggable lip color in the shade Touche. So, couple of like I mentioned before, it's not too much of a difference. It's just to enhance your natural beauty. It's gonna be 2020. We don't have time to be insecure. We have to just take our looks, our beautiful looks, the way that God made us, and go and run with it and be happy. Again, it's so great sometimes to throw on much more if you'd like. I do it from time to time as well. But for an everyday kind of look, this is the time where we can use our own beauty, use our own features, and make it shine in different ways, and just appreciate the way that we look, the way that God made us, and how beautiful we actually really are. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe down to my channel. I'm gonna leave my face icon here. This is the prompt for you to click on, so go ahead and subscribe. And then I have a few videos kind of on this side. I hope it's on this side. I might be getting it wrong, but I hope it's on this side. I'm gonna give you a few videos for you to continue to watch. So feel free to keep binging, and I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next